So we here with the one and only. Tell me your name.
Mafi D, man. Yes, Sirski. What it do, man? I'm here. Yes,
Appreciate you
Sirski.
and Trey's time. You know what I'm saying? No time like dad.
Like the present.
Time.
Yeah. No, for sure.
You
For
know
sure,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
All right, here we go. Getting into some of these questions that we want to know. This is Who's Who Northwest music interviews. You know what I'm saying? Where we basically just let people know, you know what I'm saying, who's who in the Northwest, you know what I'm saying, on the music scene. All right. What does Mafi D mean?
Mafi D means, man, resilient, you know what I'm saying, independent, a nigga on his grind, you feel me, a gritter, you know what I'm saying, somebody who doesn't quit, somebody who don't stop working, you know what I'm saying, somebody who's mentally prepared for the adversities, man, all that, you know what I'm saying, real talk. Okay.
All right. Where are you from?
I'm from Seattle, Washington, man, the Central District to be exact.
Okay. How was growing up in Seattle?
Growing up in the town, man, it's kind of like you got the best of both worlds, for real. Like you can understand, like we ain't too far off in the poverty to where we don't understand, like we can be a millionaire where shit can't happen. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out here that's doing well for themselves based off of their independent businesses and entrepreneurship and shit like that. So, but at the same time, the Seattle I come from is grimy and your partner can get smoked. You know what I'm saying? The following week, you know what I'm saying, or in the same day, the next day in the same location, like it go down like that. So, you know what I mean? How I could describe it is, you know, just having the best of both worlds, man, for real.
Okay. So, what kind of household did you grow up in?
Man, I grew up in a predominantly household. I grew up in a household with my grandma and like my cousins and my uncles, and you know what I'm saying, I seen my grandma take care of the whole family, you know what I'm saying, I seen everybody though, generations, you know what I'm saying, from my mom to her mom, which is her daughter, to me, you know what I'm saying, and so you know, I grew up in a family where I seen predominantly women holding down the fort, you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
Back up, wait.
How was your relationship like between like your parents, like with your mom and your dad? Like what was that situation like?
Man, my honest to be real, man, like my pop's been locked up. I'm 20. My pop's been locked up for like 22 years. You know what I'm saying? So my pop's been locked up for 22 years, man, and so I never really got to see him and my mom together like that. You know what I'm saying? I just know from what he would say and what she would say. You know what I'm saying? And my pops was in the streets heavy when he was home. So, you know, I would think, you know, it wasn't all honeymoons and everything wasn't sweet. You know what I'm saying? So the relationship that I know, growing up, it really wasn't one. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got cracked all the time, and my mom was left out here to raise me and my sister. So it was kind of like I'm pretty sure it severed the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely severed the relationship.
But there's stories of better times though.
No, there's for sure. I mean, you know, every relationship, every situation is gonna have their up days and their down days. But I haven't seen it personally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All I see.
How old were you when they either split or did they split because your dad got locked up or?
That played a major role because he ended up getting life. You know what I'm saying? He ended up getting life. So I remember vividly. I was probably about 3, 4 years old when he went away, and my mom probably tried to hang on till I was probably about 8, 9 or something. But you know that there's really no future in that. You know what I'm saying? She deserves somebody to build with and to be able to You know, so I'm pretty sure she just was like, you know, it was probably hard for her, but she had to do what she had to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Damn, life. How does that make you feel knowing that your dad got life?
That actually played. Let me see that. Let me see the coat. Yeah, that actually played a big role, bro, in like me trying to really figure out what I'm gonna do besides the streets, cause I know how it is. You know what I'm saying? Just talking to my pops and hearing what he be going through, and you know he is a strong individual, man, one of the strongest people I know. But I know at night, you know, things, you know, probably get lonely. You know what I'm saying? Or just or having to wake up in the same environment every day for X amount of time, or till your untimely passing. You know what I'm saying? And me knowing how that looks from the outside looking in, that kind of like made me, even at a young age, even when I was, you know, really playing the streets real tough, like, man, this shit, I know how it's gonna end. You know what I'm saying? So this shit, something gotta give. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that shit played a major role in me really trying to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Figure out what I'm trying to do. Sit down.
That's what's up. Man, you know, a lot of people, they don't get that. I got an interview series that I do. I'm starting called Time Served, where I interview people that did, like, you know, long stints of time in either federal or state prison. And I feel like a lot of young men, they're not able to. We all know somebody that's locked up, right? Mm-hmm. But I think you being in your situation, it's way closer to home. So it is home basically.
Man,
so
it's my uncles, like my dad got 3 brothers, and they've all been to the joint. You know what I'm saying? They all been to the penitentiary. So even everybody, every man in my family that been to the joint. Every single last one of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I had my brushes. Luckily, I didn't go to the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't want to go. I'm gonna be the first to tell you, nigga. I ain't trying to go.
So you been to jail?
Yeah, no, most definitely. I've been to the feds. I've been to the FDC. I just didn't get shit to a USP or nothing like that. But
how was that?
It was just a wake up call. Like, nigga, you ain't exempt.
What happened?
Man, shit, some drug cases, man. Nigga trying to.
It's over with and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's over with. It's over with. But you know, being in the streets and being young, man, just me and my niggas having drug dreams and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga thinking he gonna beat El Chapo or something, man. Trying to do his thing, but it never got that deep. But you know, I had my run in and I was like, man, shit, I need to switch it up. And you know, we just figuring it out from there. That shit was probably about like 6 years ago though.
Yeah. Okay. What was your relationship with your mom?
Me and my mom, man, we cool. We tight for real. Now we tight. When I was younger, she really didn't know what to do with me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd probably say from probably like 9, 10, I probably was on some. I was reckless. You know what I'm saying? Having feelings about certain things going on that I didn't, you know, I really couldn't articulate or express. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as we got older, we was able to talk about a lot of more things that I really didn't know how to talk about when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like my mom kind of looked at me like more of a, growing up, me and my mom had a real love-hate relationship, and it was more kind of, it wasn't like mom, son, it was more like friend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was more like.
Was she a young mom?
Yeah, she's young. My mom had me when she was 16.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So that, you know, that whole dynamic probably explains a lot too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But it was more like, you know, she was my.
Still got a whole lot of life to live. You know what I'm saying? Being young. Are you the only child?
Nope, I got 2 little sisters and and a little brother.
Okay, but you're the oldest though.
I'm the oldest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So it explains a lot more about, like, you know what I'm saying, why you move the way you are and why you think the way you do, because, you know what I'm saying, you got that responsibility as an older sibling to kind of show the way a little bit more, but you still, you know, gotta figure it out still.
Most definitely. And she did a hell of a job with us too, by the way. Like, you know, we had our problems, we had our run-ins, but my mom is a hell of a mother. That's one, you know what I'm saying? She's a hell of a woman, she's a hell of a mother, man. So, you know, and she did it most of my life single. You know what I'm saying? She did it most of my life independent. You know, so all the independent women out there that's raising their kids on their own, It's hard as hell. You shouldn't have to do it alone, but it's doable. You know what I'm saying? And I commend y'all for it, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So you say you also you say you live with your grandparents a little bit, or no?
Yeah, when I was younger,
Yeah.
when I was younger, man, I had I had got up out my mom's house, man. Like I said, she didn't know what to do with me. Like, it was serious, you know what I'm saying? You know, she would have to get a hold of my dad. He would try to call me and talk to me about what's going on. And just being young and just being confused, like, why ain't my dad home, you know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
you know, mom ended up, you know, as she should, living her life and, you know, doing what makes her happy. And I'm confused about that shit and not knowing, not being able, like I said, to express it or articulate it in a positive manner. So, you know, like any kid would do to get attention or to figure out something, they just act out. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up going to live with my grandma, man, probably up until I was in like, I can't reckon the time, bro, but it was probably like around like middle school, high school, till I was from elementary to like middle school or high school when I moved back with my mom.
Word. Okay, well, do you mind saying like what you represent or like what you claim, like you know, and like you know, like what area is Seattle?
I'm from the Central District, man. There's a gang over there, you know what I'm saying, called Eastern Street Hustlers, you know what I'm saying? And let me get it clear, you know, like I ain't a gang banger, you feel me? I'm just a member, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference, you know what I'm saying? I'm not out here looking for the opposites. I'm not out here trying to, you know what I'm saying, spin a block, whatever, whoop-de-whoop, you know what I'm saying? Nigga done did that, nigga done lived that, nigga. And I'm still here to talk about this shit, you feel me? I got a lot of shit going on, man. I'm trying to see M's, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see B's, if God willing, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make a difference in my life and my kids' life. But what I've done and where I'm at, that shit don't never waver. It's not gonna never leave me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna always represent, but yes, I'm a member.
How did that come about?
Man, my whole family, really, that shit's embedded, you know what I'm saying? That shit's embedded in me, man, you know? So really it's just a family thing, bro. I just came up around it, grew up right, my granny's house was right down the street from the block, you know what I'm saying? So I walk outside and it's like, it's right there, you know what I'm saying? Literally, it's right there. I walk up the street, everybody's right there, you know what I'm saying? Walk down the street, everybody's right there. Everything was in walking distance of where I was staying. You get what I'm saying? So that's how that came about, man.
Word.
Yeah.
What schools did you go to? Like elementary school, middle school, high school?
I went to elementary school. I went to TT Minor. I went to Leschi. I went to Thurgood Marshall. I went to Madrona. These is all Central District schools. That's how you can tell I was a badass kid. Cause how the fuck am I going to all these different elementaries, dog? TT Minor, Thurgood Marshall, Leschi, Madrona. You know what I'm saying? And then for middle school, I went to Meany. And then high school, I went to Garfield. Got kicked out of there. Mr. Howard was on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I got kicked out of there, man, and I went to Franklin.
What got you kicked out of high school? What happened?
Bro, I was at that time, that's when I really started really thugging. Like my 8th grade summer going into my freshman year of high school, about 13, 14 years old. I was just start thugging, bro. So I really wasn't worried about school. I was just going when I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that happened. And he got tired of it. I think I got into like a couple fights or something. I think I got into a couple fights, and then he booted me. I ended up going to Franklin for a little bit, and once I went to Franklin, and you know that's considered a South End school. You know what I'm saying? So once I was over there, I was like, man, I ain't about to be here too much longer. I just dropped out, ended up getting my GED.
So okay. What kind of student would you say that you was?
Man, I was a class clown, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I love school. I think my favorite subject was like math and algebra, shit like that. Like, but other than that, I was a class clown, bro. I was going to school probably to just see a little female or something, or if I'm in class, I'm cracking on a teacher, trying to make the whole class laugh, and, you know, I'm out of there. I really wasn't doing too much like that.
Mm-hmm. So, word. What did you want to be before music?
Man, I had a hoop dream, man, for a while, man. I wasn't the best, but I was decent, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if I would have worked on it, I could have made something happen with myself, but I got involved with the streets and everything, and every time I would try to get on a team, like even middle school or high school, it was my grades that wouldn't let me be able to play, because it wasn't that I couldn't do the work, I wasn't showing up to do the work, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of derailed me, because every time I would try to play hoop, the coach would be like, well, man, we can't let you play because of this, and that would just, then I just started feeling like, man, fuck this shit, I can't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing I want to do, so I thought I was going to go to the league for a second, but I've always been in love with music, though, like, since a baby.
Okay. How long have you been making music? And when did you start?
Man, I probably started making music, like, I want to say probably like 16, 17, but I didn't start taking it serious till about 19, 20. You know what I'm saying? I made a CD with like 2 songs on it, and I just passed it out through the hood, and the hood would steal it, and everybody's stealing the CD from each other. So that's when I first knew, like, okay, nigga, you on to something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta keep going. And then I took it serious probably like a couple years later, and then that's just where it kicked off. My partner D Minutes, he's the first nigga to bring me to the studio for real.
Minutes. Sure. Okay. So, okay. What was the defining thing that made you change your goals, like from wanting to be a rapper to, wanting to play basketball to being a rapper though?
And I ended up getting shot in 2013. So like right after I got my GED, I ended up getting shot in my leg and my ankle. So that was the defining moment. Like, I was already in the streets, but I had thoughts of like, I can go back. You know, I feel like I can do anything I put my mind to. So I thought I had little thoughts about going to college, or, you know, trying to play hoop, or, you know, not nothing too serious or nothing. But once that happened, I was just like, you know what? Fuck all that. I kind of fell into like a little depression, and really wasn't doing nothing, man. And I found the love of music. Like, I feel like that was a blessing from God, for real.
So, you got a shot. Like, how was that experience for you? Like in the moment, like, you know, was that, like, was it like, you know, where you say you got hit?
My leg and my ankle.
Leg and your ankle?
Yeah.
Was there anything that was like on some like you could lose your leg or shit like that, or was it just like?
Nah, it was pretty in and out. It was pretty clean, okay, man. It was just.
So you was walking fairly soon after that?
Yeah, I was. I was hella naive, bro. Like, I didn't really believe in that. Like, I didn't really believe I could get shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think it would be, you know. But that's just real, man. It can happen to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So.
No nerve damage, none of that kind of stuff.
Nah, nothing. The only thing be is just when it's real cold, that shit still hurts to this day. It probably might be limping or something, but other than that, nah, bro. Everything's all good. Everything's all good, bro.
Oh, that's crazy. That's good. That's a blessing. Man, being shot, man. But where was you at? Like,
I was
like, what happened? If you want to tell the story, you ain't gotta say no names.
Yeah, I was on some dumb shit. Man. Me and my niggas, man, went looking for trouble. You know what I'm saying? And we got addressed with it.
Found it.
To be honest, yeah, we found the shit. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't really work in our favor like that. So, you know, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And Yeah, man, that's pretty much, you know what I'm
The
saying?
lesson is being able to walk from it with a lesson.
Nah, for sure. For sure. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy when it happened to me. I was fucking laughing. Not like laughing like
Yeah.
not on no sick shit, because I don't want motherfuckers to think like, oh, this nigga trying to cap, or
Just more on some like,
I can't believe this shit happened. You know what I'm saying? No, real talk. I was like, fuck, this shit's crazy. For real. But that shit hurt like a motherfucker.
All right, so explain to me, what is the brand of Mafi Klick? Like, is that like your merchandise? Is that like your crew? Or,
That's just the label, man, that I came up with. You know what I'm saying? I was going through a tough time. I was going through a tough time just legally, you know, coming off my case or whatever with the feds. And I was talking to my pops real heavy. And he was just, I was in a halfway house getting ready to come home. And he was just lacing me, you know, just telling me like, you know, every day you got on the streets right now is a day that you ain't supposed to be home. So you got to take that and cherish it and make the best of it. So I just, you know, did what I had to do, opened up the little business, made my record label, because that's the only thing I wanted to do for real was the music. Mm-hmm. And I just made it, and I came about the name because my dad had a clique, had a crew when he was on the streets, a thorough niggas, you know what I'm saying, gangsters for real. And they went by Mafi Klick, so I just took a negative and just turned it into a positive and made it a record label.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's the origin of the name
That's
Mafi?
The origin,
From Pops?
Yep.
Wow, that's dope.
Honestly, the origin of the name Mafi was just, I gave myself that name because at first I was going by Lil D.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna be a grown man soon. You know what I'm saying? I can't be little. I don't want motherfucker calling me little or Lil D or Lil D. I'm gonna be 40. I can't be Lil D at 40. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I was sitting back thinking. And you know, I got Mafi Klick, so I just shortened it. It was just like Mafi D, and I just ran with it. Motherfuckers started running with it.
Okay. So who are you signed to? Are you signed?
Yeah, I'm fucking with Bag Records right now. Fucking with Bag Records for sure. You know, I'm up under them right now, and I do a little bit of consulting, a little bit of with PCA management. Please come again. Yep.
How'd you link with those entities?
Everybody I know. So Black, which we got to who's head of the Bag Records, and he got his Bag Clothing, you know what I'm saying? We from the same neighborhood, and just coming up under him, you know what I'm saying, and just watching how he moved and seeing how business oriented he was, I reached out to him, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, bro, you know, I need a manager. I need somebody that's serious, that's ready to back this shit that I got going on, because I want to move in a more professional manner, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what that looked like. I just know I needed somebody. And I know that I seen a nigga that, okay, I like how you moving. Let me see if he wants to get in on what's going on. And at first, he shot me down. You know what I'm saying? At first, he was like, bro, I got too much shit going. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It wasn't like I don't believe in you. It was just like I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I feel it. Then later on, he got back at me a couple months later and was like, you know what, man, I've been doing some thinking, bro. Let's do it. I believe in what you got going on. Let's figure it out. And that's how it kicked off. And then with PCA, I went to high school with all them guys, man, over there at PCA. So, you know, they've been watching me doing my thing for a while, but we never actually sat down and had a conversation about teaming up. You know what I'm saying? So once
how to make it work for both of you.
Yeah, so once we did, and we still really figuring it out, you know what I'm saying? But everything's everything. Everything's gonna work out in his favor, man, for sure.
Okay.
Get up.
What's up the J's, man?
Ooh, increased it. Get up. Yeah.
But yeah,
Come here. Now.
That's a good segue into this next question. When did you start taking music seriously?
I took it serious probably like right before my daughter came. And then once she came, I really kind of pressed the gas on it. My daughter was born in 2017, but I took it serious probably like 2 years earlier, so 2015. And I seen one of my partners from the same neighborhood as me, man, really, I seen him go from nothing to something with music. And I just figured I be freestyling on the block, just being around homies and shit, and they be like, bro, you should really think about doing it. And then I seen a nigga doing it, and it made it believable. So I was like, you know what, why not me? If niggas is saying I got talent like this, why not? So
why squander it?
Yeah, so I started doing it, and I started actually enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
How did people take from? How do people take to you being from Union or the Central District as a rapper in Seattle? In your opinion, from your perspective, In
my opinion, I feel like I'm like a nigga that's I feel like LeBron. I feel like LeBron, bro. Like there's motherfuckers there's people that's gonna love me, and then there's people that's gonna be like, he's just so good, we're not gonna say he's good. He's just so good, we're just gonna hate on him anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's honestly how I feel. Like, I feel like there's people that's like, man, D is D. D got what it takes. We love him. You know what I'm saying? We cheering him on, we rooting for him. And then there's others that's like, that won't give me the credit. They know I'm hot. They know I got that shit, but they ain't gonna give me the credit because of where I'm from, I believe. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm a likable guy though, you know what I'm saying? I don't go around acting like I'm bigger than you, or I don't go around feeling myself. I personally don't feel like I have any reason to, like my family's still struggling. You know what I'm saying? My kids are still struggling. I'm still in the struggle. So until I can get this little motherfucker on a hill somewhere and let him run around and do what he want to do, I still feel like I got a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Okay, I like that. That's hella real. A lot of cats would have gave a corny ass, you know what I'm saying, I'm already on type of answer. You know what I'm saying? I like you kept it real right there. Is there a difference in the message of like when you first started rapping and to now and having, having kids?
Yeah. There's for sure a different message because when I first started rapping, I was still like heavily in the streets, heavily involved. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm more reserved. I'm more pushed back because I want to get some money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on that route. So I'm just trying to figure it out and being a man and maintaining my home and my bills and my fixing my credit and shit like that. So I talk a whole lot different now, because I can't be on the same like ignorant dumb shit.
Sounds evolved.
That I was once on, and even more. I'm trying to. That's all I'm trying to do. Every year, man. Every day, every second, man. I'm trying to be a better me than I was yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, what inspired the song Mental Health?
My life, shit that I was going through. Everything that I said in that song is something that I was going through verbatim. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have no outlet, and I just would hear, well, if you write things down, if you get it off, you get it out your head and you get it on paper, that's one way of releasing it, because now it's out. You know what I'm saying? And so that song was just everything that I was going through at that time. You know what I'm saying? Just with my daughter's mom, one of my close friends, and just feeling like I had nobody at the time. And, even the video, like when the video dropped, it had like a lot of controversy around it because at the end you would see that it looked like I shot myself, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like like my family and everybody took it as like that's what I wanted to do, and it was like, nah, it was just a depiction of what a person who's going through mental health, how they could feel. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people out there that probably feels like, wow, like I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to kill myself. I want to, you know, I want to end it all. And for me, it was like, for me, I was seeing myself in real time do it. So it's like, it was kind of like therapy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like therapy for sure. Because it's not something that I ever do, but it's just like when you can look at something and see it and be like, damn, that's what it looks like, or that's how it is. Like, nah, that shit ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? And I've gotten messages from other people saying the same shit. Like, damn, you really put it in my face. I felt like doing this before, and now I'm seeing it in real time. And it's like, that's something that I never want to go through or put my family through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Tell us about, because you had a viral moment in the city, right? Mm-hmm. And I would say one of them was like the mental health song, because that caught a lot of people off guard, because, you know, a lot of people being from the Northwest, you know what I'm saying? You know, we got, I don't know if I could just say it's just a stigma, because, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of people that do go through mental depression up here, you know? Mm-hmm. But ain't you had a viral moment. So I would classify that as one of the viral moments, but I would say one of the other viral moments being with the song One-Sided Friendship. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people deep dived into that. You started a lot of Facebook conversations. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot of comments in the comments and all that. Like, tell me, tell me about that. Tell me about that. Like, what was that like for you? What was the origin of that song, if you want to go into it?
Man, it was like that's just another song that I was going. It's man, like my life is real, bro. You know what I'm saying? My life is real. Everybody's life is real. But my life is real, and I got a cold conscience, bro. And I be needing to get this. Shit out. It's funny, man. I be needing to get this shit out, bro. You know, and the only way I can is by doing it through my music. And then it be therapeutic. And then when I release it and I see how everybody's reaction, it's like I want to get that reaction every time. Even if I got to dig deep in myself and talk about shit that's embarrassing to me, talk about shit that makes me vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do that. I'm going to take it that far because I enjoy the reaction. That's what makes me want to keep doing this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think the thing about the reaction is it's because other people are thinking the same way and going through similar things. Yeah. And when you can connect to those people, that makes them now a piece of them is in what you're saying. So to get that piece of them that's so real to them, they gotta listen to it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I would encourage to keep going down that lane. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the serious pocket that I feel like you're cornering in Seattle that a lot of other artists don't know how to do, or just aren't willing to do. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes not willing to be that vulnerable.
Yeah, it makes you vulnerable, bro. I got some shit that's about to hit the streets, bro. That's about to go crazy because I'm giving my heart, bro. I'm giving my soul, my mind, bro. I'm giving everything to it about relationships, about with women, with my mom, with my family, pops, everything. I'm about to lay this shit all out on the line, and it's just that's the type of music that I want to make, bro. Once I did the mental health shit and I seen how much that resonated with everybody else, I said, you know what? This is what I gotta start doing. This is how I gotta start living my truth. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put the real shit out there. You know, it's gonna get felt. It gotta get felt. You know what I mean? If you can't feel it, then you just a fake individual.
Or just ain't been through enough. Or ain't been through enough,
right? Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Or you ain't been through enough.
But okay, moving along. What's your favorite song out of your catalog of music? Do you have a favorite or top three that like for you is just like, you know, or a song that you thought was gonna do more? It was your shit, but you know what I'm saying? People didn't take to it how you thought they would.
Pain. I got a song called Pain that I put out, man. that's one of my favorite joints that I put out.
What kind of record was it?
It was kind of like on some melodic, you know what I'm saying, kind of like singy a little bit, but it was like another one where I'm just giving myself to it and giving my all to the track. And it didn't really do as good as I thought it was going to do. But that's probably one of my favorite ones. And to add to my top 3, so I'd say that one. I gotta say One-Sided Friendships. And Muscle Up, bro. Muscle Up for sure.
Okay. Which song did you not expect to get a big response that did?
Mental Health. I would keep it real. Mental Health. I didn't know what it was gonna do. I just was like, fuck it.
Let me get this off.
Let me just get this off. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really have no expectations. And I was watching an interview, bro, with I forgot who it was, but they was talking about how like they was doing the music, and they was doing the music, and they was like, I didn't know. I kept doing everything, and nothing was hitting for me. Nothing was working. And then they said, once I stopped having expectations and started having fun, that's when everything I wanted to happen happened. So it was like, I feel like that's what it was with the Mental Health. I didn't really have no expectations. I just wanted to get it out.
That's dope. Okay, so you've done collaboration projects with people, right? And one of like the main people that you collaborate with that people really enjoy in the city is Frencioso. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you know Frencioso?
That's my boy, man. We know on some street shit, man. The crazy between me and French didn't like each other, bro.
That's crazy.
We didn't like each other for sure. We got into it and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, it was some street shit. Yeah, man.
So how did y'all link in if y'all got into it?
Man, honestly, I feel like it's just time, bro. Time heals all wounds, bro. And honestly, over time, he matured, got on some different shit. I matured, got on some different shit. He started doing music. I think he started doing music way before I did. And then I started doing music. And, bro, I don't know, bro. The stars just aligned or something. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't like we had a conversation. We didn't have a conversation until after we linked up. It was kind of just like, oh, I see what you're doing, nigga. I respect it. On both sides, you know what I'm saying? And then I did the Muscle Up challenge, and everybody in the city was going crazy on the Muscle Up challenge, and he ended up winning. And once he won, there was people on there talking about y'all should do a track, y'all should do this, and whoop whoop whoop. So he let me know when he was going to the studio. I pulled up on him. We knocked out our first track. One track went to 2 tracks. 2 tracks went to 3. And we ended up coming out with a whole project together. You know, it was like, fuck it, let's just give him a whole project. That
was a monumental point in Seattle street culture music.
Yeah.
Like
we bridged that gap for sure.
Most definitely for y'all's generation in particular.
Yeah.
Y'all did something that wasn't being done. Mm-hmm. And I felt like
motherfuckers were scared. I really feel like, man, a lot of people want to do it, but a lot of people be worried about what other people might think. A lot of people be worried about what other folks might think or what they might say about what they gonna do. But at the end of the day, you a man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand on your own too. When you die, you go in that casket, you gonna be by yourself. Right. We all from different hoods and everything, but if you a man and you moving how you moving, you say, nigga, this is what it is, your partner's either gonna respect it or reject it. Either way, you still gotta do what you feel like is good for you and in your best interest. And the niggas who's supposed to be around you, they gonna fuck with it, they gonna feel it. They gonna kill that shit however they feel about the person they feel about. If you decide to fuck with them and you a real one and you a reputable and you like, nigga, this is what it is, then that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people can't move like that. A lot of people ain't gonna move like that, you know, because they feel like they owe the hood more than they owe themselves. You know?
So safe to say we can look forward to more music from
Man,
you and
I got
you and Frenchie,
man,
you and other artists
got,
from the South End
man,
and
more music,
West Seattle and other.
Me and Frenchie, me and Make a Million, he's from the South End. I got some shit with Shot a Pistol and G Baby, they from the South End. I got shit with I was supposed to do some shit with that nigga Quay Hark, he from the South End. We ain't locked in yet. Cam the Mac, he's from the West. Man, listen, man, I done did a song with damn near every nigga from every hood, from Seattle to Tacoma, and I can bet my life on that.
So who you looking forward to like in your own circle to do a record with?
Who I'm looking forward to?
From the CD.
From the CD? Oh, man.
Yeah. Or
MTM,
who you got something in the workings with?
MTM, for sure. My niggas. MTM, man.
Money to Mac.
We're going to keep it. Yes, sir. We're going to keep it east, man.
Got some fire shit.
Jimmy Mack, Lil Hilly, for sure, man. Them niggas, for sure, man. My niggas on my team. Doc Holla, SRT. Yeah, for sure, man. MTM, for sure. We gotta do something for the culture, for the neighborhood. For sure. It's coming soon, too.
So it's a dope thing that here's another segue. What do you think the state of Seattle's hip hop scene is right now?
It's distorted. It's distorted. Everybody ain't connected how everybody should be connected. You know, there's it's a little pecking order, you know, and motherfuckers close the door on the real. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, Macklemore. It's like Macklemore's here, right? And then there's the Mosey. And then there's other motherfuckers that's on the up and coming. Then I would probably say, like, you know, you got the Raz Simones and, you know, my nigga Avatar, you know what I'm saying? And then after them, you know, oh shit, Travis Thompson, you know what I'm saying? I even put Dave B up there, you know what I'm saying? But then there's the niggas, there's a different Seattle. You know, there's a different Seattle that a lot of motherfuckers refuse to look into. You know, they see it, but it's just like, I guess that's not what Seattle represents, or that's not what the depiction they want to give Seattle. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. There's a few motherfuckers that's, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, Av's probably one of the only ones that's like, Av's probably like the only one that's really from the turf, that's really from the streets, that's kicking down them doors. You know what I'm saying? I can say that, you know, and there just needs to be more of a light, just more of a push on the inner city of the music scene.
I mean, there's no reason why there's not, in my opinion, since the popular music right now is basically like trappish pop type music, and these cats from Atlanta, in New York, and in LA, these is all hood niggas repping gangs, You know what I'm saying? That's popping. But in my opinion, I don't understand why in our city we can't bring why those people can't also be at the forefront of the scene to have more of the diversity.
It's gonna happen.
You think it's because like outside of Seattle, people don't really know that's what's going on here?
Yep, that's for sure.
So when it comes to marketability, people don't probably think, you know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of people that probably still think there's not even niggas in Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Like, real niggas though, not just, you know, real ones, man. So that plays a big part. That plays a big part in it for sure.
Got our last few questions. Have you or would you make music with artists from other parts of the Northwest? You know what I'm saying? Maybe Eastern Washington, maybe Portland. Vancouver, Canada, maybe Portland, Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Other parts of Oregon.
If you hard,
Montana.
Yep. If you hard, you hard. If I can feel your music, that's and you pushing and you making a push. Yeah, I'm down with it.
So you said if you hard, so that's more like if you in your lane.
If I can bob my head and I can feel what what you doing, I'm with it. Cause I don't just listen to like rap, trap. I like R&B. I like slow shit. I like if you would see, it don't matter. If you in your lane and you good at what you doing in your lane, I'm rocking with you. If I like it, I'm rocking with you.
What's some markets that you want to get into though? Like,
I want to get into. I gotta get into the Atlanta markets, Detroit, Houston, the Midwest, New York for sure. Anywhere that's not on my coast.
What has changed in your life from being a rapper or being an artist? 'Cause I feel like your music is expanding more now. You starting to kind of get your singing parts up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Just how I carry myself out in the open, out in the public. You know what I'm saying? How frequent I'm being seen. You know what I mean? Just how accessible I am. You know, knowing when to go certain places, knowing when to leave certain places, knowing when to not be around all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because your value go down like that. You know what I'm saying?
And understanding that being who you are, you represent the people that you represent a certain people. Even if you know what I'm saying, you doing your own thing, you represent certain people, and you gotta always be mindful of, sometimes there's just things going on in the hood. So like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta, when you represent certain people, they can find you easier than they can find them other people, because your face might be on a flyer. You know what I'm saying? That's just something, you know what I'm saying. I just wanted to say. Who inspires you?
Hi, Bobby.
This little badass nigga right here. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but real talk, my kids inspire me. My pops inspire me, man. He really be speaking life into me about a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? He really.
This guy, he's nasty.
He's fucking. But no, my kids, man, and my kids and my father, man, they inspire me the most, for real. For real, they do.
Okay. He getting restless, man. This is gonna be our last question. And then I'm gonna let you get back to your dad life. That's so important. All right. If you can give any advice to any other artists coming up under you that look up to you, you know what I'm saying? That look up to you, or that might not be. When I say coming up under you, I mean just kind of starting from maybe, you know what I'm saying, a more ground level spot than you know what I'm saying, that doesn't have, you know what I'm saying, the notoriety that you have right now. What would it be? Don't
quit. Don't give up. And if you can get one person to nod their head, you can get 100. If you can get 100 people to nod their head, you can get 1,000. You know what I'm saying? And don't expect everybody to feel what you're doing right away. You're gonna have to put the work in yourself, and you're gonna have to make believers out of a lot of people. This shit it's not gonna be easy. It may look easy, and you may see somebody that start after you that catch something and might blow past you. But every dog has his day. You just gotta keep working and stay focused on what you're doing, perfect your craft, and don't give up.
Sure. Appreciate that. Appreciate your time. Anything you want to say?
Man, just, I'm on all DSPs. If you're looking for me, man, MAFI space D. All social media platforms, MAFID KLICKUP. Instagram, Twitter, Snap, all that, man. Get with me. You know what I'm saying? Let's work.
So, appreciate it, family.
This nigga's tired.
Yeah, he ready.
He's rubbing his eyes and shit. He's burnt. Son, you ready to go bye-bye?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. Okay.